Yo,
What up, brother?
what's good, man? How you been?
Mhm. Just working and such. What you up to?
Same thing. Jelani, I guess his phone died. He just linked off.
Nah, bro. Right. What you been paying attention to?
What'd you say?
I said what you been paying attention to.
Uh, uh, I would say the Olympics for sure. And then I just got to think about Noah. I think it's Noah Lyles. He was saying something about getting invited to that Anthony Edwards event and him not going because he hasn't.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that? Like, because I guess we ain't touch on it, but
He be saying crazy. I feel like he be saying stuff
yeah,
to get attention.
exactly.
It's just the way he worded it. Um, the way he worded it, he didn't have to say it. Like he was like, what do you say? Basically, they asked him because he already has a deal with Adidas, and they invited him to Anthony Edwards, I guess, shoe release, and he was like, "No, I ain't going there. He ain't even won the NBA Finals, and you want me to go there, but you ain't got. I don't have my own shoe." So obviously, he wished he had a shoe, but he didn't have to say. He didn't have to put Anthony Edwards down in order to say it. But I can understand. I can understand what he's trying to say is he feels like he deserves the shoe. Um, but the thing just because, and it's just it goes back to how he was talking about the NBA not being the best players in the world when they win the finals. Um, and he just feel like and at the time he ain't even won. He just won a
Like
like world championships. He's never won. I think he came in bronze, came in third in the Olympics in Tokyo. So he really started talking after he won. I think he won in 2022 and 2023. So that's why this Olympics was so big for him. And the fact that he kind of doubled down because I think he mentioned it again this week because that interview happened in June. But it's just after him, he did win the 100, and the 100 wasn't his event, and I'm really gonna assume because the way he's been running, if he was healthy, he would have won the 200. But the fact that he lost, you would think he would shut up, but he just keep talking. So
They
he
said
really just,
they said the men's basketball team they all were sitting front row watching do the 200. I mean the 100
yeah, they were all there. It's the one he won, but
because I
yeah,
semi agree with him on that NBA point. Maybe the wording was kind of it was definitely buzzwords put in there to like cause
yeah.
controversy. But like,
I remember when he said it. We talked about it.
oh, we
I
already talked
remember
about
you
it.
saying it. Yeah, we talked about it when he said that. When he originally
Oh
said
yeah,
that about the world. Yeah. Um.
I definitely think we got the best talent, but like team, it's just different title to say world champion.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just it's all like whatever you want to make out of it. But it was, I think it had good content came out of it.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He does things to get attention, and I think that's really his. My bad. I'm playing. I'm playing the game too. While I'm talking. I think that's really his. I think that's his. I think he's trying to get attention on the sport. One of the because he has a signature cleat. He has a cleat, but he says sneakers sell more than cleats, and it makes sense because more people. He got a track cleat. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? More people. You could just wear a shoe. You can't just wear cleats. You know what I mean? His mom could buy the cleats. She can't wear them unless she run. So like I get why he wants them. He's smart. It's just he trying to
yeah, maybe
people. He
a
trying to make himself a villain, and it's a lot of people that just don't like him. Um, and
exactly. That's what I'm getting out of it. It's like, yeah, it's just the antagonized thing, but yeah, they should give bro just like a trainer, you know what I'm saying? Like a trainer shoot type shit.
Yeah.
And I think that's what he's building that. This is giving him cachet, like people are knowing more about him because of this.
Right.
Supposedly they said he had his gold medal and he was at an event or something, and he was showing up to the men's players or something like that. Like,
Girl.
yeah, I guess this was before they won, but yeah, what you think about the two games at I guess the Serbia game and the gold medal game against France?
Um, so Serbia was just a mixture of all of them, really, like really coming together. Like when you think about KD, Bron, and even Devin Booker, like Devin Booker has been so important for that team to win. Um, but with KD, Bron, get in there. KD, Bron, Steph, uh, like that game at the end of the way they closed that game, it's just we ain't ever gonna see that ever again. You know what I mean? Like that Serbia game was great. They all played pretty good, and they all like Steph closed it for the most part, but Bron kind of he had a real clutch drive, and the whole team played good. AD played good, Embiid played good that game. Um, Jokic was Jokic, and even Serbia they were hitting threes. They was nice. Like Bogdanovic, he was hooping. That was a good game. Um, and then even France was just again LeBron played good, but that was Steph. Like Steph closed that game. Steph closed that game. Jason Tatum finally got some playing time. Everybody who's been worrying about that, but
I
um,
just it just seems like there's like I don't want to be a conspiracy person, but it just seems like there has to be something going on. Like when I obviously him and Devin Booker, what I'm saying is when you put both of them on the court, you really don't know who the best player is. It's not that big of a gap, in my opinion, between Tatum. You really could say Tatum's better, damn near, but between Tatum and Devin Booker, it's just like it's because he's Jordan. He's a Jordan player. He's Jordan brand, and everybody else is really Nike on that team. Like I'm trying to figure out
mm,
why he's not getting like any tick. Like the
yeah,
last,
it's
I guess it was the
go ahead.
qualifying. He was their second option. You see what I'm saying? Like Kevin Durant was the
Right.
first option. Second option was Tatum. It's like now that's kind of like if I'm prepping for 2028 as well, obviously you got to win today. You can't worry about tomorrow too much while you're playing. But bro, when KD, Steph, and LeBron leave, there
Right.
is nothing to worry about. Because Curry's
Right.
what he did was unreal. Like that shit was crazy.
Yeah. And only he could do it. You know,
Only
like
he could do it.
only he could do what he did. And I mean the gravity that they all pull, and it just like it doesn't matter. Like Kevin Durant wide open, and like he didn't pass the ball because you know that Steph like he takes that shot, that last shot, he does that. That's something he does, and we all expect him to. But the fact that they knew they were leaving somebody open, it didn't even matter. Like he's different. Jason Tatum, what I would say is they're you looking at it from a there's people that think he's a top five player. I don't know how you feel, but there's people who I think feel like he his role he should have played more, right? I think Halliburton could have got some minutes too, but I don't think a lot of people think he's I don't want to say he's not as good as people say. I just feel like he ain't did anything yet. Yeah,
Mhm.
and I mean I know he just won a championship, but um nothing was he had that good game three, but he's not consistent. He hasn't been consistent late enough in big games for me to feel like he should be the way people talking, they felt like he should have been in that closing lineup. And I don't think he's that good. So I do agree that he should have played more, but um not that much more. I think like I think he should have like averaged. Whatever Drew Holiday was averaging, that's what he should have did. And I don't understand why he didn't. I think part of it is Steve Kerr too. I think Steve Kerr, um, I don't know. I don't think he likes him. I don't think he likes the Celtics. Oh my God. Yo, this game's so fucking stupid now, bro.
Oh, you must. We could take a. What
He said,
what's the matchup you got going? Like who you playing against? What team you got? If you could give score, I know you may not want to give that score.
yeah, I could give it a score. I'm playing, I'm in my dynasty because I ain't feel like playing online. I keep pausing it, but I'm losing. It's 28-14. They just did the new patch, and the computer was already ridiculous, but now the computer is like I'm playing Georgia, and this is my second year, so it's like they about as good as they were. Just imagine Georgia next year
Uh-huh.
and in Texas next year, but we kept a lot of people, and they kept a few people that they kept most of their team too. They're real good. But like I'm fumbling and like I just threw an intercept. The interception I just threw was ridiculous. Like it was like a
You talking
sack.
about,
It would have been like
my bad.
what you say, Ish?
You talking about NCAA?
Hell yeah.
I can't lie, that shit hard as fuck.
I'm
That
not.
That
shit,
shit
that
is
shit.
fun.
What
That shit is
on
fun.
Heisman? You playing on like? Hey, I'm not
Yeah,
playing
Heisman.
on that
Yeah,
Heisman shit. I'm playing on freshman.
no, no. Yeah, I'm playing on Heisman because I wanna be good. So but yeah, like it'd
Like,
be crazy. Like you can't just get sacked. Like
You can't make
I
no
fumble
mistakes against the computer.
on one fumble on one sack.
you gonna throw a pick.
I fumbled and he took it back for a touchdown. So that's one of the touchdowns. And then I just threw I try to when you get sacked and you throw the ball, so it
Mm-hmm.
should just be an incompletion. One of their defensive linemen caught that shit. Why are we
Mhm.
talking on the pod? And I mean, like that shit wouldn't like it would both things wouldn't happen in the game.
Hey, bro, you
You
gotta.
know, like
Hey, if I'm on the dynasty, bro, I'ma quit. Hey, we gonna run it
hey,
back when I
we're
load
gonna
back
see.
up.
I might come back. Yeah. But
Hell no.
What system you got?
because the 12 I got P5 because it's 12 team playoff I could lose this game, I could lose this game and still make the playoff. So
You got Archie. Is Archie the quarterback?
no, Quinn Ewers cold, so he's still like he like a
Really?
95 in the game. He's cold, so it's like
This would be his
oh
senior, right? If this is your second season.
yes, yeah. He brought that's what I'm saying. Like we got everybody came back for Texas. Like I made sure. I don't know how, but everybody came back. Like everybody. And probably because we won. I won the championship my first year at the dynasty. So but yeah, he's nice. So Archie like at 89, 90, and he'll still have like next year if he start. He should, but I got good recruits coming. So he should start, but he'd probably be like a 92 by next year. So in my dynasty, we gonna be cold. But I ain't played online in a minute. Tori getting good. Tori playing the game a lot. I could tell because last time I played him, and I be showing him shit too, but he done got a little good. So I know he feeling himself. I don't know where he at, but he beat me last time. Not by much. It was like one score. It was like 28-27. I was playing with Arizona, and he might have been playing with South Carolina or something like that.
Which I do randoms.
You be spamming that spin move.
Nah, I just be throwing the ball. I like
Bro,
but I do be using spin, of course. But I ain't like the way niggas be doing that spin move. I can't do that spin move. You be seeing.
bro,
I don't know
that
how they
shit
be
is
doing it.
that shit is crazy. It's a fun game, man. That I thought it was bullshit. Like I was playing, I was actually playing a kid. He was with my ass. First he was whooping Bean. First he was
Uh-uh.
whooping Bean, and then he was whooping me. But shit, it's just different. Like it's little shit. Like it's not like the shit that you think is spam is like all controllable. Like the spin move stuff
Yeah.
is really common. Like it's a playable game. I fuck with it,
Yeah.
but like you gonna throw a pick. Like
Yeah.
you gonna throw a pick. Like you go every single time. Everybody is gonna throw a pick. If you throwing the ball, you gonna throw a pick. Like on some shit, you might have thought that one was spot on, but That's the only thing that I don't really like about it is like I don't get the passing as well, but
bro.
the
That's why
run
I want
game
it,
is
bro.
fun.
I gotta. I'm the type of person I pick a play. I get to the line. I gotta each. I'm changing every receiver's potentially getting a new route.
Have you played
Oh
yet,
yeah,
Cody?
I'm auto blending out. You say what?
Have you played yet?
I haven't played yet, bro.
So right now I'm playing at Georgia. So when you in a away game, you can't audible every receiver.
You
So
oh
you
can't.
could
wow.
only, yes, that's part of you playing away. So they
Oh,
kind of help.
they can't hear you.
And
You can't communicate so loud.
right. So you can't in all your audibles. I think your audibles are available, but you could only like audible like three receivers. So that hinders you. And of course you can't. Um, and that works when you playing somebody else too. So it's not just against the computer. Whoever's away, like when you're on offense and you try to audible,
Mhm.
yeah, you can't control everything. So and they'll hide the button too. They'll hide the receiver's button. So you'll be in the middle of the play and you just got to know who you throwing to because
Ooh,
it's not going to show you. You know what I'm saying? It could be late play, you scramble, you scramble, and then you look downfield, the nigga that's wide open, you don't know who the nigga is.
I
but
Goddamn
didn't
hit.
notice that it did that, but now that you
Yeah,
mention it, yeah. But it
yeah.
shows it like at the beginning of the play, right?
yeah,
No,
but
no,
it
no,
gets so
no.
late
It doesn't show the button at all.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
the monitor
So
don't
when
show you
you
the button.
pre
I guess
snap,
you just gotta
it'll show some.
select the
So
pay. Yeah, so pre-snap it'll show like if he this guy's over here is Y or this is A or
not all of
I
them.
guess on
So
Xbox it
not
doesn't.
all of them. Mm-mm. So if you in a formation, yeah, you
Mhm.
got to kind of remember. You kind of got to remember. And I know niggas play so much that they just know, but I ain't
Mhm.
played that much to know. But when you if you in a formation and you playing away and it's loud and it's real loud, they'll hide one of those receivers. And
And
that's
it's shaky
usually easier.
controller and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, and it's shaky and shit. And that's usually easy to manage if you could just remember squares on the wide outside. X is one of the
Yeah,
guys, and they'll show one of the guys. So you kind of know who is who, but R1 is a receiver too. So and you don't
right.
really know who's R1. So a lot of times I'll throw a pick
The
like
running
that
back.
because I'm no, sometimes the slot is R1 and the running back is Y or triangle. So yeah,
It just
they
depends on the
changed it.
play.
They make it, yeah. So you got to read the defense and then you got to remember who your receiver is. I done threw picks like that. I done threw I done threw touchdowns like that. That should be funny. You'd be like, I ain't even mean to do that shit. I didn't know he was open. I mean that nigga.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, the game is lit.
I want the game, man. I just can't. Like, for me to buy, I'm gonna have to buy a whole system too for this game.
Man,
And I'm just like, bro, I need more games, man. I need
That's what
like
I had to
I'm
do.
looking at it. I'm looking at it as
That's what I had to do.
like an investment to do, like just as something that doesn't cost money once I have it. But then even that is not true. Like I'm gonna spend the
Yeah.
five up front for the system, another say 60 to 100 for the game and controllers and shit. I'm at 700 to get set up and sit down, and then that's probably gonna last me what a week before I need to buy something else.
No, you should be good.
Yeah, if you get everything.
Yeah.
But man, I feel like it's worth it, especially this game. This game is like especially if you really fuck with Dynasty, I ain't even play Road to Glory yet. But
Mm-mm.
people been fucking with Road to Glory. But if you really fuck with Dynasty, if you play online is good. I don't know. I ain't played
So
in
can you take your team or your character online?
nah. Mm,
You can't.
mm.
I'm more
And
of a dynasty person.
they ain't customized online. Like you can't play last time I played online, you can't pick any playbook yet. Like I don't know how
Mhm.
if they updated that. But that's big because I run a specific playbook. Even though I play with Texas, I don't play with Texas. And even when you pick your team's playbook, it's like a shell. It's a shell of itself. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But when you invite, you could cross play though. So Tori got Xbox, so we'll play, and I got PlayStation, so we'll play each other, and you get all the playbooks and shit like that.
Can you make
Okay.
your own playbooks?
That's one thing I was concerned
Uh,
about.
I don't know if you can. I ain't look. I
I'm,
feel like
I'll
you
probably pick
you
Texas Tech and lose, but it don't matter.
you
I,
and
I was
UNLV is nice. I like Arizona. Their quarterback is nice. That's when I ain't playing with Texas. Who else I fuck with? Utah. I be fucking with. Um, Tennessee be slick. I be seeing people use Tennessee. I be seeing people use Miami. Yeah, they about to
people
bust
using
my ass
Colorado.
for it. People. Yeah, people love Shador, but that line trash. So you play Colorado, you run that fucking football
Yeah,
because that line trash. Like you could running the ball. I like the game because you can run the ball. Defense is hard to play. It's hard to play defense, but it's those small things like the computer just different, boy. Like
bro, it's always been crazy. Like you can't make a mistake. You
yeah,
have to be so efficient. You can't make not
but what
mistake.
the computer teach you though. The computer, I can always tell when somebody not good when I play online because it's like night and day. Like some people swear by not you playing on Heisman, and those like they get abused online. Because if you can't play high, because I know I could play defense on a lot of people because Heisman, like you got to be like that. I wish Torrey was on, so he probably playing. I don't know why he acting like he ain't on the game. I know he on the game.
But at
I
the
know,
same,
I know he on the game right now,
um,
more than likely.
yeah, people, y'all been getting whooped. Y'all been getting whooped online because you're saying that you took a break. Hey,
Yeah,
I used to play Madden online, so I already know. Like, sometimes you won't get a win for a few days, but
yeah, yeah.
dang,
I ain't played in,
hostile
I
out
ain't
there.
played in like I've really been focused on. I've been working a lot and I've been doing content, so I ain't played online in a minute. And that's what I'm saying. Like for me to play online, because it be good players, but for me to play online, I need to play a game against the computer. I need to play a game of Dynasty. I need to get sharp, and then I go online. Cause yeah, and they be talking shit, man. They be talking crazy on that motherfucker. So I be wanting to make sure because it's also like it's called Road to Playoffs, and basically, and like I said, like Tori, I know Tori played a lot more than me because he's actually gotten to the playoffs, and basically out of every 10 games, I think they basically you have a record for every 10 games, and you play somebody random every time. And if your record is good, I think it's if you win 7 to 8 games, you get to a playoffs. And then when you get to the playoffs, it's just like college football playoff for you, but you play somebody different every time.
Mhm.
Um, and they rank you by how many championships you win and how many games you win. So if you make it to the playoffs and you win a championship in the playoffs, which is just 4 games, so basically you playing 14 games. And
Mhm.
if you could in the regular
Damn, about time to publish that thing, ain't it? We got to lead the people to a brighter future in America. Uh,
Yeah, I want to get it
yeah.
so we can start getting on to the next ones, to the other, some more ideas. Because maybe this one could be done and another one could be done before it's even November time. You know what I'm saying?
hmm This upcoming weekend, you just gotta. I'm gonna lock in and get you the rest of the way, and we could really get started on the next one this weekend. How many pages we got thus far?
I want to say like 200 or something, like 230, 220.
Oh yeah, we'll be started on the next one this weekend. At least have enough to like, you know what I mean, work around and then still have some left over.
Exactly.
I just had a I've been having a vicious week here in Chattanooga. I can't lie to you.
Yeah, good old Chattanooga. Oh. Um,
I got whooped in NCAA today.
Oh, you finally played it?
Yep.
I still haven't played it yet.
Hey, Bean little brother. He played first. He was playing on All American. I was playing on varsity, but then they said he always play on Heisman. I was like, why would you play on All American? I don't know how to play the game. Playing on Heisman. He still won.
Yeah. It takes at this point, if you're not playing that game, you're just not gonna be good. That's how it's set up. You gotta play it, play it, play it.
Yeah, I could see it, but I can't lie. I did like it. It was a decent game. Like I could see myself actually playing that NCAA even more than like maybe not more than the old one, but I did like it. It was a decent game. Like once I started to figure out the controls and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, what to say?
I never showed any interest in the science of football though. I've never just like had really much interest in it. The only thing I know is blitz and throw that bitch or
Yeah,
run it. If throwing it don't work, then running it'll probably like if you throw it enough times to where you look dumb throwing it again, throw it one more time, and then throw it again, and then start running it. That usually works.
it's
Maybe
really
the one
just
more again
like
ain't really necessary,
it's just like
but if running don't work,
don't let a pattern
I'll never.
emerge. Like don't let a pattern
Right.
emerge with what you're doing, because then it's just like don't be overly predictable. Like you can just have a good mix up of what you're doing, basically. But a lot of people are saying it's really difficult to
Right.
play that game is because you could just spam spin moves and
Yeah, he was killing me. Like I couldn't get nobody down. Like he didn't even tell me how to do a spin move. I was trying to figure out how to break a tackle. I didn't even ask the spin move. I should have asked.
yeah.
He was spin moving and I'm talking about I have six people on him and he'll break every tackle. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yep, that's the new NCAA. I haven't even played it, but I've seen enough highlights of it.
Yeah, it's a fun one though. Like because only because it does make sense. Like everything that was being done, you can do. Like you're actually in control of, which is really cool.
That's absolutely crazy. But
How
any
do you
other
feel
content
about
you digest? Any good shows, videos, good anything, good movies?
hmm, hmm, hmm. They really thinking nothing that too serious that I could say I've been on lately. I did kind of like the last day or two. I did nerd out about like so there's like a rapper from Chicago that recently died. That apparently before he died, he was just a menace. The dude Bloodhound Lil Jeff. So I did watch a couple of like or like one in particular documentary about him. What's that guy? Trap Lil Ross.
Yeah.
Trap Lord Ross did it, and it's a pretty long video. So I would say that's as far as entertainment wise, that's probably what I did this week, entertainment wise. I watched the Trap Lord Ross on that, which was
Yeah,
pretty detailed.
yeah, I literally been like watching videos on YouTube on just like basically learning YouTube, learning tagging system, learning thumbnails,
Mm-hmm.
titles, just a deep dive into how to take advantage of it, and do it right. A lot of the times it's like You have to make sure videos are tagged correctly. You have to do so much back end work. And you'll be like, why is this video not getting any attention? Because a lot of the information you leave out that you're supposed to put in there. But just
Right.
going down a rabbit hole, like studying like Mr. Beast, some of his videos. Like I don't really watch his stuff that much, but just studying how he's so
Did
big.
what he did.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, obviously, a big part of his is that he was actually giving out crazy stuff.
Yes and no, like
Announcing it right now, out the box giveaway. Out the box is giving away um, a house, but it's shaped like a box, and you got to live out of it with no food and no water for a year,
yeah, like
and then you can
that's
have it.
that's his new thing is just like that thumbnail being incredible and aggressive, but like his original stuff is more like Minecraft. It's like just games, just like random
Really.
vlogs. Yeah, like if you go to his account and look at his oldest videos,
Mm-hmm.
he's getting obviously still a lot of views, but he's only getting like 60,000, like 10,000, 20,000. But now like every video he
Mm-hmm.
gets like 50, 70, 50 million,
Mm-hmm.
100 million. So just kind of looking at what he's doing, but it's really the title and thumbnail, like it just has to be something that you would even want to click on. Um, it's really just that, like for the most part, the content is good. Doing some outlandish shit, like if you stay in this bunker for 100 days, you'll win $500,000.
Mm-hmm.
Type thumbnail, type title.
Yeah, talking about Mr. Beast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit weird, ain't it?
yeah, yeah. It definitely is. It's weird.
Now, where the fuck this nigga got all his money from?
He
And
he
who the fuck be
basically
watching this shit?
he basically is basically them same people that like Ice Spice, but even a bigger audience than that. But like it's just um,
I got a car to give away for
he
the
just
out the
puts
box YouTube. It don't
whatever he's
run.
making, he's putting it back into the YouTube. Like his biggest video, his first big video was like, I got $10,000. I'm gonna give it away to a homeless person, and then like that's how he got big. Like that's his takeoff video, you know.
See, I understand that shit, but also I think you still it's just shit. That nigga say he got a car and he can sell, but it don't work.
Yeah, that's. I got a car that you can win. I'm not selling it. You can win it through the Out the Box YouTube channel. It doesn't run, but it's still a good car, and you can fix it. It doesn't run though, and all you got to do, we're gonna videotape you while you come up with $2,000. I don't know how you're gonna do that, but that's the challenge, and we're gonna watch you do it. So if you got a job, we're gonna watch you go to work. If you're gonna, you know what I'm saying, just run outside
Yeah,
and
like
get it.
that's not who I am as a person to go take that lane completely, like what he's doing per se. Just researching, like there's also people that do like these faceless accounts, you know, that's just like random like basketball content. It'll be animal content, you know, some random shit. It'd be like
So
GTA.
speaking of,
Yeah,
my bad, go ahead.
I'm done.
Now, I say speaking of content, like I feel like the way social media has warped content is just crazy. Like, have y'all niggas seen like these niggas who be catching the pedos?
Oh yeah, the
Yeah,
vitality.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, but now I feel like at first it was genuine. Now it's like, what the fuck?
pushing it. Yeah,
Oh, you think it's
Having
yeah. I
like
seen one.
celebrities, man, that shit fake, man. That's it.
I
Come on,
seen one. I
man.
think it was the NBA young boy or not NBA young boy.
The
Chopper
game,
or somebody like that. Was it the game?
the game was on one.
No, it was a younger guy that I seen. I seen a younger guy, and he was just like, "Oh, I can't stand you." And I was like, "How did you even? How did this even come about?" Like,
it's streamer. That's a
which I get,
streamer. Like
but
it's just the streaming culture. Do whatever it takes for
and
uh
I guess Jerry Springer, There's a hole to fill.
That's got to be an inspiration. Or,
Yeah.
but
Or the other guy that did it first to catch a predator.
oh yeah, Catch a Predator.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
it's for sure
Catfish.
fabricated.
That's crazy. Was catfishing a thing and then they made the show, or did the show make catfishing a thing?
No, that was a thing
Why
before.
is it called? Why is it called catfishing though? I mean, obviously it's been a thing. That's just a form of like scamming or finesse, and I'm sure they was doing that shit with the mail, um,
But
like
they were doing
sending
that when it was
pictures through the mail.
horse and carriage. They was catfishing people.
Horse and carriage. There was catfishing when they had pigeons, but why is it called catfishing? Because catfish don't look cute.
I
I
don't.
think is I think because like in a technical term, like fishing, if something like a phishing scam, is like I'm trying to get into like information to know you, like trying to hack you like socially.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess instead of being called CAT,
Oh,
it should be like P like catfish, like what spells F it should be a PH. It'll make
fishing.
more shit. It'll make more
Okay,
sense that way. That's the only
yeah.
way I can make sense of that shit.
I never thought about fishing and catfishing, but yeah, that would make sense if that were some sort of reference there to fishing
Yeah,
and catfishing being a direct method of it. But like the show, I didn't watch the show often. I mean, I knew it existed and I've seen it in passing, but I'm not gonna sit down and watch it. If it, you know what I mean? If it was the only thing on TV, I'd probably just turn the TV off. But if it were up to me, but I've seen it. It's been on the TV, and it usually, although money was included, it usually wasn't all about money. It was like a love scam. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
which
I
I
feel
guess
like none
makes
of them.
sense
I feel like none of them really they was focusing on was money. Like on that show, nothing was about money. It was all about like
because
I'm this person. I'm going to come see you soon, or
mhm,
never doing it. Like these people were being catfished for 5 years. Like imagine having a fake relationship.
that's why I
Yeah,
guess it would sell better. Like emotional trauma is selling better than like um, any other kind of like trauma or anything like that because or not any other kind, but like sex sales, and that's borderline sex that's being sold there, the lack of or the finesse of sex. But like I think too, it's a lot easier for somebody to relate to just somebody being misled in general by somebody that they trust than to relate to a rich person losing their money online. Like if you ain't got it to send to nobody. You don't really care if somebody got scammed sending money to somebody because they didn't send it to you.
I guess so. That she agreed. So when he was talking, Jelani's played college football for his first time today and got killed.
Hey,
Are,
don't do that now.
were
Don't
people
do
are people
that
scamming
now,
that?
bro.
Are people
Don't
scamming
do
that?
that now.
Are people really
Dude, it
scamming
was
that
like
spin move for
48
real?
to 30 something.
Oh yeah, man. The spin move cheese is definitely, if you know how to do it, it's definitely straight cheese. A lot of niggas,
Yeah.
especially with Ohio State, would definitely do that shit. It's the oh, I mean the game. I got my ass up a couple times. I got my ass up earlier today by nigga with Georgia. I was playing with Florida, but I'm still a good ass nigga. But overall, if you're not used to playing the game, it's gonna take you a while to get used to it because
Right.
it's more
It's
of an
different.
arcade game
It's
as far
different.
as the gameplay. It's very like
Mm-hmm.
nigga, you gonna break like 3-4 tackles on the play. So
Mm-hmm.
as I had a nigga like
You
did a
can.
like I was playing while playing Georgia. Nigga had a pick six from the inside my other field, my inside my end zone, like 100 yards. He broke 3 tackles as a cornerback.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the type of
Yeah.
shit that will go on in NCAA. So I can see
Expect fuck,
niggas getting mollywopped for the first time not knowing how to play the game.
yeah, expect fuckery. Um, that's just EA Sports in general. Like anytime I play, I expect some out of body weird shit to happen every game.
Yeah, it is true. But I feel like EA Sports is now they really now can take a turn. If they
Uh-huh.
bring back EA Big, it will take 2K out of water. I think because niggas on the turn with 2K. So if they can work with NBA Live right now, it will be good for them, especially if it's not too. Because I know it's gonna have some microtransactions, but if it's not too microtransaction hungry, like they can still play without, can still grind without paying, they can really turn back into the old EA, and then they plus drop EA Big. Either one, if they do both, it'd be great. But they drop EA Big or NBA Live, EA Sports can make a major comeback.
Do you make money, I guess, well, virtual currency whenever you're just playing like online match? Do you get like after every game, are you earning currency based on how you play?
Yes,
Hmm.
but it's not a
Okay.
lot compared to how much you spend.
Oh, okay.
Now, if you play 2K, granted, I ain't played 2K24, but like average 2K, and they just get higher by the year. I think
That's
you had to
so
spend like,
crazy.
go ahead, Ish.
The person who like hit to make the games like a recurring investment, like something that you continuously. I guess maybe it was like GTA that I can remember that started, or maybe Call of Duty. I can't remember because I am not like a super avid game player, but
One.
that made it to where like it updates in the middle of the year before the other one comes out, and you have to pay for that update, or you. I think Call of Duty was like
That
certain
probably,
things that you could buy on the Xbox
I feel like that started with the Xbox 360 and PS3.
360. But it was light then. It wasn't like how it is now.
That could have been
Like
on the
there was still
retro.
a
Who
game to
knows?
be played.
Yeah,
Well, I
it's
guess
just
even with the like making it an online subscription to play online with, you know what I'm saying, like your friends having to pay for PlayStation Network or having to pay for the Xbox um, Live, whatever.
bro. It's just the perception of gaming has completely changed. Like when I had the original Xbox, bro, I didn't like when I tell you I never played the original Xbox online. I didn't even
You didn't
think
need to,
Yeah,
I didn't even think I could play online.
because you
yeah.
also
It
had
wasn't like
people.
people to play with,
It was physical.
or if, if you didn't have people to play with, like you were just playing the game, like, and that's what you were doing.
Now it's cross-platform. Like you can play with 360. I mean, PlayStation people can play with Xbox people. It's just like, oh my gosh.
But what at
Wow.
what cost?
I think the cost is
Yeah.
um just to keep gaming
Those
systems alive, period.
those
I
system
think they have to just
specific games.
But I feel like as a consumer, we've lost so much compared to what we like. Think about this. Going back to the original Xbox, going back to PlayStation 2, I remember like playing PlayStation 2 online with dial-up internet, playing a nigga
yeah.
online with dial-up internet for free. Like we were playing that shit for free. Um, and then going to subscription based
Hmm.
platform, like playing for online. Like imagine if shit was still kind of free and low cost compared to what it is like 20 years ago compared to now. So like when it comes to the consumer aspect of all that like shit like coming on with like crossplay and all that shit, it's like you have to still pay online, pay for the subscription to do
Mhm.
crossplay.
What is it? Is it 60? It used to be 60 a year. How much is it now?
Oh, that shit like $1 a year.
Oh, about 100 a year.
Yeah, I
And it's
think so.
it's crazy to me too that for the past, I would say 10 years, for the past 10 years, we haven't like in my from my perspective, there's been nothing actually new in
No,
Hmm.
at least the past 10 years. There's been no new games that come out that are really it. I guess Fortnite would be a new game, but that is like it came out 10 some odd years ago, and like since that kind of happened, since Call of Duty, we're the next Call of Duty is what comes out, and that's what everybody plays. Like now we're getting retro games that are coming back. NCAA is not like a retro game, but it is a retro game. Like you're just getting a reboot of the same game, and it's going to come out every year. The biggest game that everybody in the world is waiting on is another Grand Theft Auto. Like the systems haven't been changing, and it's not anything new. Like playing online came, and then once playing online came, it kind of just turned into money collection for the game companies. Like they give you something just new enough to where the old one's obsolete, and you have to move to the next one and pay for the next one and pay for it monthly. And
Yes and no.
I guess that's still my just my perspective. Like the Oculus, I feel like if the Oculus would have came out like in 2006, 7, when TV was like hinting that the Oculus could exist, you see what I mean? Then it like gaming may have been a totally different thing. But now that the Oculus is coming out, it's almost corny because it looks like and is technology from a long time ago. Like
It
remember
feels like
that
the Wii.
um
It feels like a Wii game.
remember in the library they had the 3D
Yeah,
game
they
room
had the Oculus.
thing? It was like the patch of glass.
Yeah, it was
It was a regular Oculus. It
no, it
was
wasn't
not an
Oculus. It was
Oculus.
just virtual reality.
It was before the Oculus came out. Yeah, it was like a virtual reality type of thing like the Oculus, and that's why I feel like it's not like something that is taking off because it's been around for a long time. Like there have been places all over the country where you can go and pay for that experience, and rather than that be actually developed for people, it's like
I mean, think about the games that everybody's playing. How can you play Grand Theft Auto with the Oculus? How can you play 2K with the Oculus? How can you play um college football with the Oculus? You can't. Like,
uh, um uh,
what are you
um
doing? You're throwing a football in your house?
I mean, you could even, I feel like you could put the goggles on and use a controller. You could sit down and use a controller with the goggles on and be immersed in the game differently than
Hell
how
yeah,
we
hell yeah.
perceive it
You're
now.
actually a player, like you're the
But
quarterback, their perspective.
right, right. You could be the quarterback's perspective, or like you do now in the huddle. You choose who you want to be, and then that's the position that you play, and you play that position. If it's press the joystick forward for you to run, give you like a different perspective or experience. And I don't think that would be impossible to do. Maybe even make it more like, I guess, for different body styles, it would be kind of hard to design something that would like fit everybody and be able to pick up motions and you know what I mean? But there has to be different ways. Just like if you're playing on a keyboard, if you're playing on a PC, you can program your keyboard to, you know, receive the commands from anywhere. You can choose what buttons on your
I
controller
think
do
I think
what
this kills
things
the system.
now.
I think this kills like maybe because that means both Xbox has to create their own Oculus, PlayStation has to create their own Oculus. I think at the end of the day, it comes down to like them wanting to hold on to their gaming system or
Mm-hmm.
completely losing to PC.
Doesn't
Yeah,
doesn't PlayStation already have VR?
they might
Yes,
have.
but it didn't take off.
Apple has one. They probably got one.
It didn't
Yeah,
take
they
off.
got
I'm
one.
pretty sure PlayStation had something like VR for a long time. Remember when the PlayStation 5 first came out? They were like pushing that camera thing.
Yeah, they're doing
Yeah,
that
yeah,
for Xbox too. The
yeah, yeah.
Xbox
Yeah,
One
for
had
both
like
of
a
them.
little camera.
But that's pretty much obsolete at this point.
I feel like the
I don't
adaptation
hear about
for
people
the
using it.
maybe people weren't. I guess game creators weren't really taking advantage of that option. Um, because I remember when Xbox came out, like it was like a thing you had to have the
I feel
Xbox.
like I feel like it is something that yes, game creators didn't take advantage of it because it didn't make the money. And then the game creators, the ones that are actually putting the games out and getting the funding to do those games, because I'm sure it takes a huge team with a lot of know-how to get a story, first of all, then to animate it all, like more than a movie. You know what I mean? You got to have the gameplay with that movie level storyline. Like games like Halo and stuff were not easy to make. Um, and rather than maybe they're working on them now, you know what I mean? Maybe it takes a long time before they're gonna put them out for like something more immersive. Like if you could put the goggles on and be the Master Chief and like see, because the game on the TV was crazy, a crazy experience compared to like other alien shoot 'em up video games. Halo was crazy, like a cinematic experience. So
Bro,
like
Halo was so
the
good.
next step would be to immerse you in that fully, like the IMAX 3D puts you into it with the goggles, but that technology hasn't really taken off. Like the 3D goggles were a part of the games too, I'm pretty sure.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. I remember Skate 2 had like a 3D section. Like 3D was supposed to take
Right,
off back in the early 2010s.
right. So it's like rather than, and I think too, what makes it, what may have played a role, if you get used to seeing it in 3D, like or like those fully immersive experiences, I bet that fucks you up. Like your brain, your eyes, like the way you see light. Because that would have to be like if you put the goggles on and it was like that, it would have to be light that you're picking up, right? And you're just seeing that light for hours on end with nothing else. And you take those goggles on, it probably made people blind.
Yeah, you're gonna get people that basically don't even that want to stay there and don't want to come back here. Uh,
Right. There are a lot of books. There's like a subgenre or an actual genre of books, like sci-fi books dedicated to that specifically. It's a theme in at least one or two animes that are on Netflix, like where there's a kid that is living like the greatest life ever online. He locks into a like a Japanese kid, he locks into a computer and lives a great life online. And then when he takes it off, like he's not living great outside of that, whether he's sick or you know what I mean. Um,
Sorry, I
but
know you
people like,
hate Elon, but this kind of back kind of what you're saying. Elon was saying just based on that information, like the progress that we're making, that it's almost like a 1 in a billion chance that we're not that like what we're seeing right now, what we're projecting out isn't um, a simulation. Like
yeah,
because of just how think about how advanced technology will be in maybe 60, 70 years, like on the pace that we're going, like people like even waking up and going to
mm,
this whole thing that we're feeling could be completely that.
I feel like if the AI that we have on hand right now that we have access to is able to make like convincing news stories and pictures and videos that are convincing. I know you've seen like where they've changed like meme videos or meme comes to life or like where they animate people's mugshot pictures and some of them are obviously like, oh, that looks not real. But some of that stuff is like getting progressively better to where it's like looking good. This is like jokey joke meme stuff that we're seeing online that anybody has access to making. Um, I'm pretty sure they can do a lot more. I mean, we've been watching movies for years. Movies are so convincing now. Ships blowing up and people running through the flames, slow mo of the fucking
But that's
debris
just what's so
cutting
CG
somebody's cheek.
that can be edited over time, but like making it something that could be edited in real time is what makes it
Yes,
realistic.
but I think we're at the point where you and I, with enough motivation and want to, could probably have a program that actively changes a video, like captures a video and then with a prompt within moments. Like have the prompt, if you have the prompt set already and the targets of the prompt, then all you would need to do is acquire the targets of the prompt and give it that, and then the AI could take the video from that point on, right?
Yeah,
Hypothetically, right now. Like if
yes,
say the prompt is uh Cody starts doing backflips at the barbecue, right? Then you would tell the AI who Cody is and then get a picture of the barbecue. And now you're doing backflips. You see what I'm saying?
yeah. I guess yes. Well, more so I'm saying is this like if this world you're create that you have control over, you have everything you need in it. Why would you get out, leave that world, come here, wake your ass up, go to work? You know what I'm saying? When you can just be in that world and do it, you still like have all every resource possible.
The Matrix. Matrix. It's the other world where we're not living like this is so fucked up right now that it's not a viable option. If it were a simulation. You know what I mean?
I mean, first and foremost, fuck Elon Musk. Um, but I believe that broken clock is right twice a day. So I'm very strong with the simulation theory because there's so much shit's going on that seems like, the crack of simulation. You go back to the CERN being made all since 2012 and shit like that. So a lot of shit's been going on since then. And I definitely think about the next 20, 30 years, something will crack even more in the simulation to prove itself, to either prove itself true or not true. I'm leaning more to it true.
Have you ever seen have you ever seen the Cloverfield paradox?
Mm-mm. What's that about?
So have you seen Cloverfield
Yeah,
Nah.
with the monsters and stuff?
I see the movie. It's look kind of weak, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So the Cloverfield paradox, I'm not sure if they're actually related, but the Cloverfield paradox to me was way better than Cloverfield, or than Cloverfield. The Cloverfield paradox is like the world is all fucked up. There's no more energy. It's all dark and stuff, and people are making these trying to get energy however they can, right? Um, and this lady is an astronaut. She goes off in space, and they have like some kind of nuclear reactor that's huge. And then it goes off, and then like what actually happens is it causes a rift in like timelines or something, and takes them to another timeline where they are like where a tragedy that happened to somebody may not have happened. A person that existed doesn't exist. You know what I'm saying? Somebody in this reality was an evil person, while somebody in this reality was a great person. And then they're like the conflict there. So basically, what happens is that caused like the Cloverfield with all the monsters and stuff, um, because of the rift in the time.
Yeah, they should have
They
scrapped it.
basically like
Didn't even lie to you. Um, but yeah, I mean, who knows? That we'll never have this information. We go crazy trying to figure out this shit.
you think there's been an active human like we have a list of like endangered species that we're trying to save and keep now, and every species is that gets listed as endangered is tried to keep. Do you think people intentionally before we ever like started keeping track on a scale of like what information is readily available. I think people had an active role in like removing species from the planet.
For sure. We do it without even trying. Like we fuck up the
No,
ecosystem.
but intentionally, actively, like a population of humans, like found a population of semi-intelligent beings, like say per se fairies and shit like that, like what's described as a fairy or wood elves, elves and shit that, and just killed them all.
I mean, it's possible. I mean,
I mean, why not? They
yeah,
niggas kill
saying,
white folks kill niggas for fun. Why
yeah,
not?
people want control
Yeah.
so bad they will kill something just to control it. I just think the Earth has been here for millions of years, so it's like it's a huge chance. Like a lot of different shit could have came and went in that time. Like it's only been 2,000 years that we're talking about. Like we're referencing two to 4,000 years of time, and this planet could potentially have been here for millions of years. So it's like all these creatures. I think you might have said it. Like all these creatures folklore about could all have been here and had their time.
Yeah,
Even still here type
that's
shit.
what I mean. Like, and humans just with the invention of other humans
Like mermaids,
have
you know,
eradicated it. Yeah, because
or
I refuse to believe that they thought that manatees was baddies in the water. Like they don't even have hair or shiny tails.
Mothman. Y'all heard of the thing called
I
Mothman?
do believe in the Mothman.
What's
You,
that? I heard of that, but I don't know what it is.
I've seen him.
you saw that documentary called Unsolved Mysteries?
I haven't, but I've seen the Mothman personally.
Yeah, it's supposed to be it's like a creature who has like I guess human legs and like a bird top.
Over Nickajack.
Think Jeepers Creepers, but
Hmm.
yeah, there's a
I
lot of
was driving over Nickajack,
there's sightings like in up
and
north, like New York, um, like Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. There's like 100+ sightings of this thing.
he lives in Tennessee too. Well, there's a population of them here.
I don't know about that. We just got old
It
country
is.
on the back road.
Look it up. Mothman's out here. He lives by the water in the
He
mountains.
right there on 33rd Street.
Man, I know I seen chupacabras.
You ain't seen no chupacabra
I swear, I seen chupacabra on Web Road.
You saw who?
on Web
A
Road.
chupacabra on Web Road. On DoorDash like 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. Saw a chupacabra. I swear I put on everything I love. Look that shit up. There's some
You'll think it was
chupacabras
a
in
coyote
Tennessee.
with rabies.
Nigga,
Chupacabra.
it was like a
It
little
might be.
it was a morph looking.
Yo,
Yo, what are you doing, boy? We
what?
are we are in Calabasas.
Calabasas?
I made the drive back to Tahiti.
You said what?
I done drove all the way down here to Timbuktu,
Timbuktu's cousin?
Timbuktu's first cousin. We in Timbuktu.
I got the mighty Honda back, man.
No, you didn't.
I got the
Hey,
sweet.
I'm proud of you.
Huh?
Good job. Good job, brother.
What you mean, good job?
Hey, does she run it? She that throttle respond when you press the gas pedal?
Yeah, man, she's running perfect. The I got
Hey.
my dad got the radio back working, so I'm finna get one of them.
Hey, you got creature comforts.
I'm finna
you
get one of them.
got creature comforts.
I'm finna get one of them auxes that go into the either the radio or the cigarette lighter. You know what I'm saying? can like turn into aux cord. It's over with now. That's all I needed. Was access to that.
Hey, the only thing, hey, having a working radio is crazy. In a car that you didn't expect a working radio from,
It
that's such
did.
a luxury.
It was locked. It's like one of those user codes. You know what I'm saying? It worked, but I didn't have
Oh yeah.
access to it. You have to put the code in to access. I think it's like proof. It's like I don't even know like how you gonna take it. You know what I'm saying? That don't stop you from taking the radio itself. So I don't get why you have a code on it. You know?
No, but that's probably technology from when niggas was still breaking in cars, stealing radios.
Yes, man.
That was a thing. They would come in and steal your radio out your car.
Yeah, man. I'm getting this car so I can get another car.
That makes sense.
So I can I'm gonna get on the road with that mother hustle and try to get a different one. It's crazy. But the gas mileage is just incredible. We can have a car talk, just a car conversation. Yes. You know?
Man, gas mileage is a. I haven't thought about gas mileage since the Jaguar broke down.
So, you know,
Normal cars.
I can be at 100 miles left when I leave here to get to basically where you at. I mean, I'll be already at 50. You go from 100 to 50. So I'm like, yeah, that's ugly. That's ugly.
That's not even 50 miles. That's like 20, 19 miles.
Yeah. Um,
But also, you got to think you driving in the summer with AC on, doing faster than the speed limit. You're gonna get, you know.
yeah.
And when you get down to like 100 miles, like 50 miles, the gas gonna start lying to you so that you don't get too bold and try to do too much on them 50 go 51 miles. They gonna lie to you and be like,
It know
hey, you
you ain't
got
looking at it. See, listen, it know you ain't looking at it because sometimes I'll look at it and it just go down at 5 increments. But then sometimes I'll be like, I won't look at it. Like, damn, it should jump all the way from 100 to 60 in a matter of miles.
no,
It
it
got like
will.
sensors. There's know when you're looking at it.
That's a safety feature so that when you look down at it and that motherfucker go from you be like, oh no, I ain't got no gas. Whole time you get to the gas mileage just back to 85 miles.
But it legit will be on 0 for 20 miles. It'll be
No, it'll mess you up. Hey, and the one time that you assume that's what it's doing
hell
is the
no,
one
it's gonna do it for
time
1 mile.
is the one time where you like, oh no, this shit gonna jump back up from 0 is the one time that shit gonna leave your ass stranded. Like I told you I ain't have no gas in me.
One time we was on the back road in Alabama, bro, and the shit hit 0. GPS not working, going the wrong way and shit, boy. Scared as hell. Made it though. Made it to the nearest gas station.
Man, I've had I've had some of those in the middle of the night too, where it's like one lane, but it's a highway though. Like it's supposed to be at least 2 lanes,
We
but
doing
it's down
construction.
to one lane doing construction. But it's night. It ain't no lights. It's just woods on this side, of fucking some cones and a barrier, some shit on this side. You got semi truck. Ooh.
Yeah.
Then whenever they was doing this construction, it was damn near a full year. The first year I was down here coming back and forth, there was like a portion of the trip that was every single time the construction portion. I would say realistically, probably somewhere between 10 and 20 miles, but it felt like I was driving down that road. It always felt like I'd be going down that part for like an hour. Like, but whatever it was, it's one lane and it confused the GPS. So it would tell the GPS would be telling me I'm going the wrong direction, like to telling me to do a U-turn. But it ain't no U-turn and it ain't no other lane. Like the other lane they telling me to use is
Construction.
all tore up in construction. Like That shit used to be so scary. The first time was like one of those moments where it was like, hey, you gotta have faith in something. Hey, you gotta have that faith and just hey, just know you gonna hey be seen through to the other side.
Sheesh. Yeah, man, that branding construction is stupid as hell. Like,
I
especially
actually got a ticket the
in
first night that it happened to me
oh
because when it came out of there, like when that part was over, I took the fuck off. I was trying to make it to Chattanooga and mock speed after that. I said, fuck this whole
it ain't bad once you get to Alabama though. Like Bama to Chattanooga.
Alabama's the whole trip for me.
Yeah.
Pretty much the entire trip that I'm driving is Alabama.
Yeah.
I might tap through Missouri, I think. I don't even know if that's accurate. I don't think that happens.
Yeah, no, that's a I think you're talking
I
about
meant Mississippi.
Mississippi,
I
yeah.
think I meant Mississippi.
Yeah. When we did the Texas trip, we had to go through Mississippi just slightly, and then it was in Louisiana.
Hmm.
But yeah.
Hey, when you get to Mississippi, do you start seeing like it'll be like a Ford Ranger or like a regular Toyota, and it's dragging like 8 cars behind it? Have you seen those? So it's like a thing. I don't never see them up our way, but down here it'd be like one semi raggedy car, and then it'd be towing like an absurd, like a obnoxious number of other cars behind it. Like they obviously all like scrap cars or like junk cars or something going on with them. But now that I think about it, it's probably flood cars.
Eventually.
But it's just something you don't never see. Like they be linked together like a centipede, like car after car after car, like on some
The
shit that
chain way. Well, no, not the chain.
yeah.
I didn't have to do a chain thing, man. Talk about just letting your car get fucked up without being able to do nothing about it. Um, yeah, man. They saying it's a crash coming, a car crash,
That's who
car market crash.
imagine if I paid to have my cars brought down here and they put that shit somewhere.
Hey, bro,
I'll be
you
sick.
would you would probably want to, bro. To get, I know it probably wouldn't be as bad, but to get my BMW shipped to California, it was like $5,000.
Bro, shipped to California.
It was like at that time, this was probably 2016, 2017. It had to be three or four bands to ship it. Because I didn't I was trying to basically drive my car around Cali, but I didn't think it could make it from Chattanooga to Cali. Yeah, I was like, yeah, that ain't even an option.
At that point, just pick one up out there.
I could have just
Really,
bought a whole brand new one out there.
you could have really just grabbed the same car
That's
or a better
two.
one.
That's two and a half of that car. I might have spent 19 on it. He had it listed for two. I was like, hey, bro, the tires tread low. He said, only thing I can get you 19. I said, fuck it. I'll take
You hit
19.
them with the tire tread low.
I got to, brother. I got to.
I would have told you.
But he hit me with a whole lemon. You know what I'm
He did
saying?
hit you with a whole lemon, yeah.
But
He
that's what
was
I'm
dead
saying.
wrong for
What
he
do you
was dead
expect me
wrong
to
for
do?
getting 19 out of it. Dude was dead wrong for hitting me for 2.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why I like having that car.
You
You
live
got
you
you
learn.
two. You got you a
You live
guarantee.
and you learn. Yeah. I had $2,000 worth of fun out of that car easily. Like within the first week, we had $2,000 worth of that car.
$2,000 worth of stress. Nigga, I was stressed out trying to
But
learn the shift. I mean, it's easy
no, you
now.
was stressed out. You was stressed out because it wasn't your shit to break. I knew I
Exactly.
could fix it. Like I thought I could fix that car 10 times over. So at that time, breaking that shit was fun. Like I don't
Mhm.
know, that shit was just fun. Learning to drive it, I couldn't drive no stick. How's I'm gonna do it? Like I much rather I was having fun fucking my shit up because now I literally right after that I got a job driving a stick shift truck. You
Mhm.
feel me? Only reason they trusted me is because I'm
The
pulling
car
up to
was a
work
stick
in my
shift.
stick shift.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. It's gotta be,
I definitely got my 2000 out of that car.
yeah, bro. Like a car note, bro, you getting that, bro. Most car notes you're paying for that car in 4 months. That car is bought in 4 months with a car note. Like that's not even a term. It's think about it, it's not a bad investment. You really that's a perfect investment damn near for that time period. Because if I got a
But
car,
that time period,
I still
that
would have
was
to
the
pay to get it fixed too. If I got a car payment, it would still have to be fixed. All the issues that
exactly.
I'm still having. But it's just like,
Exactly. Now, if I do get if I do get something nice that is a manual, and I know I'm not going to jump in and do the same thing I did then, you feel
mhm,
me?
yeah, yeah, they got to do research. Because I'm not really a stick shift driver. I'm not really a car connoisseur, but we got to do research. If putting it in the shakes, is that good for the car or bad for the car?
You have to put it in the shakes. That's just neutral.
But I mean, doing like that action of moving the stick around
Yeah,
that's good
that's just
for it?
to check. That's good for you to check and make sure you're out of gear. You got to make sure you're completely out of that gear. So when you let the neutral go, I mean, when you let the clutch go, you put it in there, and that little shake is just like the little reassurance that you got.
Exactly.
Like that's your safety. That's okay. You feel me?
Yeah, because
I
if
know where I'm
you
at.
can't shake it, it's in gear.
Right. I know exactly where I'm at. And then when you in gear, when I put it in gear, I might give it a little, you feel like it ain't gonna shake, but I'm gonna give it a little wiggle, make sure, okay, I'm in gear. Like, you know what I mean? Like the side to side while I'm letting the clutch out, I'm gonna hit it a little side to side to make sure that it's not sliding, because then I'm letting the clutch out of gear.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, because
But no, I don't think it's mandatory or good for the car. But I feel like if you drive, you like that's just how we look. That's we taught ourselves. We self-taught. That's what is comfortable. That shit was fun. That shit don't do nothing bad to the transmission.
you
What
know,
fucked up my transmission was I didn't know where fucking first was.
you were jumping right into, I guess three. You were doing three first.
Fucking third. Fucking rolling my shit in third. Like killing that
Your
clutch.
transmission was crying.
Man, literally.
It is the
And
first,
then
the furthest you can go left top is number one. The furthest you can go top to the left top. Bro, by the time I
I
was,
couldn't find for whatever reason I couldn't find it. I could never find one. Like
damn,
after I realized I couldn't find it, I found it every time. But before I realized what I was doing, I was just like, damn, this shit hard as fuck to get wrong.
I don't know why they don't just have like a gauge that locks, like you can lock it into, you know what I'm saying? Like a little pattern that you literally lock it into, like you lock it into one and it's just like a piece of plastic that you can, you know what I'm saying, maneuver it into directly into one.
because that shit would break, and
Exactly. It will
because
burn.
you need that that wiggle room to be. You got to fly through the gears, like if you're downshifting, or if
Mhm.
like might you might skip a gear. You never know what you're doing, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, damn near like the,
like
the like the automatics are today. Like they have like, you know what I'm saying? Like it locks into this position, it clicks, but it's
I
making.
gotta get another manual car because most like most car manufacturers have completely ended manuals. Most of them
It's gonna be
like
extinct. I would say in 5 to 10 years, I think it'd be extinct,